I'm going to get your comments on how do you feel if you're conflicted or not driving a Tesla or owning a Tesla, and you're a federal employee or retired employee, and how you feel about Elon, and you live in Northern Virginia. And with all that being said, do you feel comfortable driving your vehicle? I don't know. Well, yeah, we rolling.
Okay.
I'm just working this question out in my mind because I'm going to ask a few people when I meet them. We're going to have a small conversation from the front. And the main question is, are you conflicted? I am. I'm very conflicted. I like Tesla, Nikola Tesla, as a person. I wish I would have met him. But Elon, I ain't feeling Elon right now. All right, what do you say?
Basically the same thing. I'm somewhat. I enjoy the car. This is the second Tesla that I've had. And it drives great. It's better than the original 2018 Model 3. But, excuse me.
Why are you moving? she ain't gonna drive over that curb.
No.
Oh, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out and spit on my car.
Probably.
And thinking it's you as an owner, they won't think of a black man owning a Tesla. But go ahead.
You can't that's a double problem.
Yeah, for sure. That's purchasing. Now you know how we feel. God, Jesus, this conversation went far left.
Right on down there.
No, I know this went way over the problem. All right, go ahead.
I haven't been a big Elon fan for a number of years now.
Yes.
Just pretty much after he bought Twitter.
Yes.
And he kind of he went downhill from that point on.
Right.
Probably a lot to do with the fact that he's living in a world of basically lies and stuff on Twitter and things like that, and he's ran with a lot of that stuff. But where we're at right now, being a federal employee, luckily I'm retired.
Yeah, you retired at a good time.
And been retired for 10 years, but it's still
10? Really, that long?
10 years.
Jesus. By the way, as a backstory, Mike, I've been knowing Mike roughly about 13 years. And we both worked at the Capitol. Well, yeah, pretty much so, yeah. But he was the first one I told at work that I bought this car. And I confided in him because, again, as a black man buying a Tesla back in 2015, like, oh my God, how dare you? How can you work for the federal government and you own a Tesla? Remember that conversation?
Yeah.
I'm like, have you asked your fellow people, like, oh, they bought a boat? How can you work for the federal, for the federal government?
How can you be working with the government to buy a $175,000 car? And it was somewhat expensive back then, but it was not still.
I know.
Close,
But I was just so shocked that he had the audacity to say that. Then he said I was playing. Bull crap, you weren't playing. You was serious. All right, okay, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So I'm very conflicted right now because I have a lot of paraphernalia. This is what I mean by paraphernalia. This is my fraternity hat, and I got a lot of Tesla hats, and I got Tesla jackets. I don't know if I'm comfortable wearing jackets and hats right now. I'm driving my car, and the next EV event, I think I'll feel more comfortable than versus just a car show.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I used to go to car shows quite a bit.
Right.
Some car shows are recommending that you don't show up if you have a Tesla.
Park your car and walk in.
Park your car and walk in kind of things. But yeah,
Lord.
it's a good car. I love my car.
Yeah.
It drives well.
This
it does, things. I love driving.
This is Mike's car. I know the video kind of went out. It didn't go off, but the audio didn't carry. But I just wanted to show people your car.
But and I've told people, I said, look, don't blow my car up because you don't like Elon. Elon's already got his money from the car. So
right.
It's my car. It's what it is.
Right.
But it's unique. I've thought about selling it.
How many people have actually asked you, were you thinking about selling it, or are you going to sell it?
Everybody that basically, I get named something. I get things sent to me all the time about Elon,
yeah, of course, yeah.
So
I've gotten so many phone calls just because of my car. Basically made me a YouTuber. People are like, oh, you're going to sell your car now?
Yeah.
No.
The bottom line is I'm going to probably basically keep it and because I'm looking at different cars, and for the price and everything else, the Tesla's probably the best deal you can get.
Yeah.
Now, I'll probably, Purcell will probably now get people yelling and screaming about the guy that said that, but it's true.
Right.
So you got to kind of deal with both sides of it.
Right.
What's going on with Elon and Doge and everything else, it's the stupidest stuff
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
I worked for the federal government for years in personnel and stuff like that, and they have no clue what they're doing.
Right.
And I don't quite grasp the concept of just firing people and not following rules, laws, and regulations.
Right.
Because they're going to have to bring these people back.
Right.
And all the money they think you're saving, it's going to be worse.
Right.
So that's my political thing on that.
So let me just say this.
But the car itself is good. I really do feel weird. I've had 2 instances. I've had a woman cuss me out.
Right.
And then the other day, I came out and somebody had spit on me.
She cussed you out while you was parked, or did she cuss you out while you was driving?
She probably knew, well, it was while I was parked, but she probably knew my car was a Tesla.
Yeah.
Because she kind of didn't say anything, and she was kind of following off to the side.
Yeah.
And just about when we were at the camera range and stuff, that's when she started screaming obscenities at me.
Oh, so she was out of the car? Or were you driving?
No, I was parked.
Oh, you was parked, okay.
Yeah. But I thought I was going to get, because I knew something was going to happen. You get the feel.
Right.
And I basically thought I'd have her on camera, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And she was like off to the side, and the cameras didn't pick her up. But she, basically yelled and screamed at me and everything else, like I'm a close personal friend to be nice, which I'm not.
What she say? F you Tesla lover.
Got that stuff. Got all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, my thing is for the last 3, I'm a shareholder. The last 3 times, I haven't voted for him to be CEO. I voted no.
Right.
So that's happened.
Thank God I made my money back in 2020, and I left Tesla.
Well, yeah. There's been times I've sat there and said, why didn't I sell when I had $1,000 a share?
Yeah. Well, mine was up to 22. Remember that?
Yeah,
$2,200.
So,
I jumped out.
But now I'm looking at it and saying, well, if it makes it to 5 again, I might just get rid of it. I've been through that. I mean, the other thing
You've been some up and downs and stuff.
The stock thing, I've been through it.
I will say this because I really got to get back to my hometown. But thank God my car is named Tesla and not Elon. Because if I had like the Elon plate right here or the Elon airbrushed, I'd be looking at throwing some stuff out of the car. Like, I got to sell this car right now because I'm going to get beat over the head.
That would have been. That would worked
thank
out
God. And it actually crossed my mind to put Elon up here initially.
I know. I remember you sent me the different things that you were thinking about doing. And one of them was Elon.
I did.
And
I was like, nah.
Because that was back. There's a thing that most people don't know about Elon is he was a Democrat for years.
Yeah, of course. But he was a South African for years.
Yeah, but he dumped a whole ton of money into the Democratic Party. And part of the thing,
he didn't get invited back with Biden's thing, and then he got pissed. Let's just tell it like it is.
It started with Warren when she basically kept saying that he needed to pay higher taxes, and he's right now paid more taxes than any CEO ever.
Well, he keeps blowing up
and he's
crap.
he's like a little kid. He doesn't understand social stuff. And what does he do? He's like a 5-year-old has a temper tantrum and you won't buy a toy for him.
You know, when this video comes out, people are going to be making a lot of remarks.
Oh, I know.
But I want to tell people watching now, that's him, not me. Direct the comments to the white guy, not me.
Like I said, I'm not a Tesla. I'm a Tesla fan, but I'm not an Elon fan.
Oh, Jesus.
And haven't been for years.
Yeah,
probably more than most people.
Right.
Because it started. Truthfully, it was right after the Twitter thing. I started saying, nope.
Yeah. See, I was never on Twitter, so it didn't bother me.
Oh, I was on Twitter for a while, and it was like as soon as he bought it, I left.
I said 3 minutes. We're going on 10, so I got to go.
We're done.
All right, man.
Edit
Thanks.
it, don't get me killed.
I ain't going to edit jack. Bye.